Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time again. Positively Glad brings you coverage of the RRF1 Elite League. We are here round number 7. I nearly forgot what round we're on. We're here today around Canada, round 7 as we said. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, 15 people are going to be participating in the Elite League race for us tonight. We have, I'll run through the list of them in a minute actually when we actually get back onto the screen anyway. Right, so, obviously, awesome race around Monaco last week. Towley pretty much, well, I'd say, nigh on dominated the entire affair. So, as you see, guys, there is 19 people showing on the list. Obviously, Haynes, Kai, Swanee, and Lovely Colt do miss out tonight. So, the drivers we have here today are Cookie Chip, AJ, Smoke, Bingley, Sniper, Skillen to the max. We've got Bravo, Ghost, who is actually Psych Zany, by the way, just to let you know. Problems with his account. Towley, VSR Thomas returning. And then we've got Clutchy, Benny, Robbo, and of course Matt down there. I'm going to be doing a solo unless anybody fancies hopping in and having a join. I don't really care doing a solo. It's all fun and games, isn't it really? But anyway, Montreal, Canada. One heck of a weekend we've had over in here so far. 2 races, obviously. The first one was jam-packed with complete and utter madness. We had Big Hairy Jock at the start, literally taking off to like about a half a minute lead, maybe even more. Oh god, sorry guys. Right before the red flag, keeping everybody on the track for ages. And then obviously we had the F2 race, which I participated in myself. We saw a brand new winner. 2 new winners obviously in RRF1, Beer and Kebab in F3 and PTR in F2. So we're just literally now waiting for VSR Thomas to drop a retire now. And I think we have Park firmly off anyway, so if any of the other guys do jump in, they can literally jump in and, well, put in a setup on. It's a new good thing about this game, considering it's kind of broken in that sense. With that side of it, it's just simply literally a case of you can come in and put your own setups on, and then there you go. This track is not one for the faint of heart. Not at all for the faint of heart, and I believe we got a driver perspective. So To The Max is streaming on Twitch. Oh god, have you? Oh dear. Fucking shit wine. Well, to be honest with you, you're not the ghost guy, it's Psych Zany in your position, so stop trying to cover that one there. Forgive me guys, just talking to the missus really quickly. So there you go, we are now going into the big one. This is going to be into Q2, where 5 drivers tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is 5 drivers, will be being eliminated out of Q2. So, Montreal, Canada, a really, really tough test for these drivers this week. These guys are pretty much the best, well, the best we have. So, shouldn't really be any issues whatsoever. A couple of really testing corners. People are going to have to watch out for their overtakes going into the championship chicane. Literally, it isn't all won or lost in the first couple of laps, as we all know. So, this track myself, personally, I find it quite fun to drive. It's the biggest problem, obviously, as far as I'm concerned, is the start of Sector 2. The old left-right, going on to the little mini DRS straight they implemented. So, let's have a look here and we'll see how we do. So we are rolling now into Q2. We're going to see, if you have a look at the top left guys, you will start to see people's tyres changing. I don't foresee anybody going onto the Hypersoft tyre for this qualifying session. I reckon we're going to see a lot of supers and then everybody switching over to the Ultrasoft tyre. So Psych, of course, who is racing as a Ghost profile. We have inside information. He has said it is going to be, and there we go, we've got a McLaren. I believe that is VSR Thomas. So VSR Thomas, the first guy out on track. I never ever take that line straight on at the kind of pit line. I always just follow the line. Kind of very, very generic there. So you see VSR Thomas, Towley and Johnny Bravo, the 3 cars that are out on track. VSR Thomas, a very successful debut in Spain, of course. Picked up the big W there. Top of the podium, 25 points. He'll be hoping for something along them lines here, even though he did come on and set 2 laps, as he managed to forget we were racing, which is rather an intriguing prospect. We currently then have 7 drivers out on track now. Cookie Chip, Skillen, To The Max and K77 Matt in the Renault, of course, all out on track at the moment. Unfortunately, we are, as I said, there are 4 drivers not participating here tonight. We're going to ride on board with VSR Thomas. And no, it was actually AJ. Was it AJ? Who was behind him? Haas. Johnny Bravo. There you go. Here we go. Sorry, I'll get it right at the end. So Johnny Bravo was the car behind VSR Thomas. We're going to get on board with VSR Thomas for our opening lap of the Canadian Grand Prix qualifying. As you see, taking the champion chicane there. Really, really nice indeed, activating the DRS zone. You'll be seeing him go to the left on his kind of outlap crossover. That could be an invalidation right there. We're going to obviously have a little look and see how he deals with turn number 3. 3 and 4 is a very, very tricky corner. So easy to invalidate your time, as we saw so many people do it here over the course of the weekend so far. VSR Thomas doing pretty well then. We're going around 5. I believe this is 5 and 6. Don't hate me if I get it wrong. God damn it. Let's have a look here. Oh my god, it's Hemp. How you doing, Hemp? Bleeding hell. Scottish racing. That's how we like to see. Pretty good, mate, to be honest. We're currently watching, as I said, VSR Thomas. This is the Elite League, Hemp, of RRF1. The brand new racing league, the place to race. I think VSR Thomas has actually invalidated. So we're going to take a little bit of a hop, skipping and jumpity over to Johnny Bravo. We've got the Alpha in sector 2, unsure what's happened there, but we're going to keep on rolling. Johnny Bravo, then we'll see how he takes Champion Chicane. Hopefully he doesn't get taken out by Champion Chicane. That would be really, really crap. So on to the final corner now, and that's a really, really good exit there by Johnny. Switch over to broadcast cam. And Johnny Bravo goes first with a 1 minute 8.8. That is on the super soft tyres. That is rather fast. We're going to go jump quickly down to Towley. No, we're not. Jumping over to Psych, of course, and that's a 1 minute. So it's a 1 minute 9. Sorry, that's what you get for having unbelievable eyesight, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute 9. Oh, this car's off. I believe that is Bingley just simply getting out of the way. Bingley and Towley. What have they done there? Why is Bingley on hypers? That's a curious thing, but I guess hypers to supers do also work. Bingley is kind of all over the place there. AJ with a 1 minute 9.6. We have, I believe, Smoke Spaceman. Not enough line up. We're going to literally flick over now to... We're going to go on board with Sniper AJ. Let's give Sniper some TV time here at the moment. So Sniper comes flying round sector 2 then. Let's get ourselves onto the good old-fashioned broadcast cam. I believe you have, Hemp. Mate, if you send me a personal message, I'm still on the same Facebook. We'll see if we can have a chat if you're still on Xbox, and I think we've got a couple of spaces open, so it'd be cool potentially to race for you again. Sniper AJ then. I'm not sure if he's actually activated DRS. This game can sometimes tell you a little bit of porcupines. I don't think so. I think he's having another go here. No, he's having another go, so he's definitely having another go. We're going to go and have a look a little bit further down the list, I believe, to the max. He's on a lap and he's still pushing very, very hard here at the moment. Big Hairy Jock, welcome to the stream, buddy. Anybody who hasn't followed, please be sure to do so. Sunday night race night. He's looking forward to be a corker. Clutchy did a 109.7. To the max does a 109.8. 2 temps between 5. Holy moly. So anybody coming around to do another lap, I believe that is... We're going to go on board with our Monte Carlo winner Towley anyway, so let's have a little look here. How will Towley be able to cope with this? As you see here, the Ghost is being deputised by Psyche. He did race on Friday night, and Smoke Spaceman with a 109.4 gets himself in a first year provisional, of course. This is so close between everybody. Towley is in the form of his life at the moment, so going to be interested to see how he manages to cope with it. Just kisses the grass, flicks the grass there. As you notice, the left hand side shouldn't really have too much of an issue. Sector flag. I've done it again. I did this in bloody F3. Yellow flag in sector 2. Give me 1 second, guys. I've got one of them really annoying coughs, which is... I was about to say, I've not seen you on here, Hemp, for months, but hey, if you ever get yourself some time, drop us a message, we'll see. Robert does a 1 minute 9.5. Clutchy did his time on Ultra Softs, by the way, so that could be quite an interesting feat later in the day. Will that be good enough on the Ultras to get himself through? We will obviously find out shortly. As you see Towley coming through now, Champion Chicane, easy as you like. Nails that one very, very nicely. As I said, fastest lap. Well, it was the fastest lap, I meant to say on a fast lap. You will see people taking the inside line, should I say, as opposed to swinging outright and following the quote-unquote racing lines. Skillen starting his flying lap now. Sniper AJ also. AJ Air actually has just managed to get himself on 1 minute 9.2 as well, so that's very, very close up front. Sauber 1-2 as it stands. Robbo and Clutchy are still on track. I believe that is a yellow flag for cars being let through. So let me just have a look here. We have a message. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh dear. Mrs. had an allergic reaction, so I'll be on call on that front. Welcome to the chat room. I was already here. Clutchy with a 1 minute 8.8. That is a benchmark. That is an ultra soft tyre benchmark. That should be good enough, I believe, potentially to sneak through. We'll obviously have to wait and see. Remember, these guys are all still on super soft tyres, about a 0.65 delta. Separating the two tyres. Sniper AJ did a 1 minute 10.0, invalidated, unfortunately. And that was, of course, on ultra softs. So he did his... It's actually on 3-lap old tyres at the moment, so I think this is going to be his cool down lap here. Skillen will flick over to Skillen. Skillen, one of the quickest drivers we have currently at the moment, and a couple of erratic moments, but hopefully he can manage to tone it down and get himself a really, really high finish here. And that's a 109.2 also. So 3 people have hit the 109.2s. Tally, AJ and Skillen. I know Rob can also get up there, and we know VSR Thomas is very, very, very quick as well. Cookie Chip flicking over here, I believe he's on his outlap, so we'll have a little flick up and down the order to see if there's anybody on a flyer. There is, it's Benny. So Benny going straight onto ultra soft tyres, not messing around with the red compound. I believe that should be Benny kind of consolidating his strategy, missing the apex here, but to be honest with you, it's the one apex you could probably miss, kind of avoid hitting, and still manage to get yourself a better line out of it. I was just making sure I wasn't on mute, otherwise I'd look like a complete utter div. Here comes Benny then coming towards Championship Game. We'll go on board with him really, really quickly. See how he deals with that. Look at that, expertly done. Oh, a little bit of a tap on the right side. That's going to cost him a couple of tenths. Not an ideal move there for Benny, and he comes across the line in second with a 109.0. Potentially could have been a little bit quicker, but that little tap on the wall could prove to cost him. We've got Cookie Chip also on the lap. We had a couple of people all together on the track there. Let's have a little look what's going on there. I believe it's VSR Thomas and Rob on a cool down, is that? I don't know, curious. Onto Cookie Chip then, flying down the back straight now. Obviously this track has a lot of illustrious moments, ladies and gentlemen. Who can forget 2011? 2011's Grand Prix, 4.5 hours long. I know somebody who, a very, very happy Canadian, won last night in his respective league. Congratulations to Whiffy winner there. Cookie Chip goes and does a 1 minute 9.1. Throwing his name into the hat, and Robert at the moment is currently down to 8th, but remember these guys all have to go again. Bingley did go out, Sniper AJ, we're going to go on board with VSR. He is coming to do his flying lap now. So Cookie Chip on, we're going to yellow flag sector 2 and 3 once again. I believe that is people letting others through. Yep, or fuel being ran out, obviously. It's going to be very, very interesting this race. As we said there, Ghost, we're going to basically see what happens. Obviously, if anybody does have a clip in this race, please make sure you record it with as many points of view as possible. And VSR Thomas getting unbelievably close to the wall. But you've got to. In this sort of track, you've got to. Overcast race, of course, tonight. It's going to be fully dry, and Clutchy, I believe, has retired from session. Is that going to be enough? VSR taking the tally route as well. I'm calling VSR Thomas, not VSR Simon. This week, obviously, VSR Simon, top of the leaderboards in that sense. Oh, look at that. It goes very, very wide there. That could be lap time over. But he's still going to keep going round. We've got a yellow flag sector 2 again. Not quite sure who that is. Oh, look at that lock-up there by Thomas. That is a huge lock-up. It doesn't look too costly. Putting everything on the line there. It looked like a spider went across the screen. That is not good. So onto the back straight again then. It feels like I'm an absolute broken bleeding record here saying this. So down towards Championship Game. Get on board quickly, flick across. And that is how you nail that corner. Back in, going out a little bit, but not being too costly there for VSR Thomas. Over the line. Not the best lap for him. 109.3. Few mistakes. Can get himself a lot better off. Bingley and Sniper AJ. Sniper AJ just had a lot of invalidated laps here. As you see, the two guys both on track now. We have got ourselves, I believe, to the max is actually on track. We're going to go on board with him really quickly. He is on track. Let's have a little look here. I'm not sure if this isn't going to be a quicker time. I don't think it's going to be a quicker one. No, it's not. So to the max is just behind his teammate Johnny Bravo. These two have been absolutely inseparable, and he comes absolutely careering into the pit lane. That's going to be fun. Of course, to the max, guys, is streaming his version of the race as well. Is fan boost the thing? I'll tell you what, mate, if fan boost the thing, I'd like to have some more people watching. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So now let's see what Matt can do. He's openly said he doesn't like this track, so we're going to basically double check. We're going to see how good Matt is around one of his least favourite tracks in. So coming down towards turn 1 again then, you can't ride the apex too much. Strict corner gives you a absolute bashing on that particular corner. Yellow flag in sector 3. I've actually got that sentence right for the first time. Verline's career just got shafted, mate, usually. 21.1 for Matt coming on sector 1. Matt is a very, very consistent driver, does get involved in a couple of incidents. They're usually his fault, to be fair, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Matt can do in this particular Grand Prix. Round number 7, guys. After this, we are a third of the way through the RRF1 Championship. 14 more to go, and of course, next week we arrive at France for our first ever race there, so that's going to be very, very interesting as well, seeing all of these guys kind of pit their skills against each other. 3 minutes and 15, so you're going to start seeing people all, as you see on the left hand side, people all switching over to the purple wall tyre, I believe. So the Max actually got onto Hypersoft, so that's going to be interesting to see if he can get himself a quicker lap there. Matt with a very, very nice corner there. Oh, a little bit skew across the final part of it, and I believe he's thrown the lap. So he threw the lap. I think it was an invalidation through the final corner. That also is a really, really bad thing to do. It's something that catches... I mean, I myself got a penalty here yesterday for something very, very similar. Ironically, mine was on the... Oh, Sniper AJ, holy moly, that's a save and a half. That puts himself with that lap time. It was a 109.5. That would have actually just about been good enough. No, it wouldn't have. He would have been behind Rob. So, not quite good with Bingley coming along now on the ultra soft tyres as well. Bingley had an absolutely shocking race, had a comms ban, and ended up, having just to sit at the back in Monaco, the most painstaking thing. I believe he will do. And Bingley goes second, just behind Clutchy, 1 minute 9.0. Towley with a 1:08.7. We're into the 8s, of course. Rob comes across the line. That's third. Another 1 minute 8.8. The 8s are coming in thick and fast, ladies and gentlemen. Cookie Chip is starting his fly now, so I got excited for absolutely no reason. Everybody other than To The Max actually is out on track. To The Max needs to get himself out on track, or is he just going to settle for being right at the back? It's something that Max doesn't often do, so it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. Skillen is absolutely motoring on his lap. He's going to be onto a flyer any time soon. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Johnny Bravo is out of fuel. Out of fuel, Bravo. So he is coming back into the pits. That is going to be the last seat of Johnny Bravo. So it's up to Smoke, Spaceman, Thomas, Psych, Sniper, and Matt. All 5 of them have possibility to go up. So they're all on outlaps at the moment, though. So VSR, Thomas, also on an outlap. Psych, I believe, isn't. So Psych Zany, it does say Ghost. I'm not blind, so he's racing on his account today because of account problems. So what can Psych do there? He's currently last to set a time at the moment, which is not ideal. So as you see, Benny is in the pits. I don't think Benny's going again, so he is going to be fine. Skillen coming towards the back of, I believe that is the Sauber of AJ. No, it's not. It's the Sauber of Towley. I believe he's come around to start his second lap then. And Psych goes into third, 1 minute 8.871, 300ths of a second, separating second, third, and fourth. Bingley believes he has done enough. I think he has. As we've got Smoke on a lap, VSR, Thomas, Sniper, they all need to complete the laps. Matt, 109.3. Skillman with a 108.5 takes provisional pole. Matt is eliminated with a 109.3, 200ths down on VSR Thomas, but that isn't the end of his story. In Q2, you wouldn't think so. So To The Max is eliminated. Will Smoke Spaceman knock both Haas cars out in Q2? We will find out now. Smoke Spaceman comes across the line and easily does it with the fastest time in Q2, 1 minute 8.5. And no, it's not, because VSR Thomas has completely smashed that. 1 minute 8.1, which means Cookie Chip is eliminated as it stands, but he's not eliminated because he's coming around to do his lap time now. Benny could find himself in 11th position. It's between Benny and Cookie Chip. Matt, of course, has run out of fuel. Let's see what Cookie Chip can do. He doesn't improve enough. Cookie Chip is eliminated and Towley goes through with a 107.9. That is a statement. That there is a statement. We're into the 7s. The bloody 7s on Ultras. That is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Cookie Chip improved, but not enough. Benny and Bingley survived by the skin of their teeth. Guys, barring the top 2. Forgive me there, guys, sorry. Oh, that's just what you want. One Force India Robo firing into the back of another Force India, I think. No, it wasn't the Force India. What the hell was that? What the... What's going on? This Cookie Chip being rear-ended by a random. Oh no, it was the retired Sauber of Towley. So Towley's AI car doesn't like Cookie Chip's AI car, and they proceeded to have an AI car fight. So, as you see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is it as it stands for Q2. Cookie Chip in the Haas cars and the Renault cars of Bravo Max, Matt and AJ in respective order are eliminated. That's the word, isn't it? Yes, eliminated. I will get my words right in a moment. Just waiting for the pitted cars to retire. And then we can obviously proceed with a top 10 shootout. In fact, no, we're waiting for Matt, who is driving around at a pace he would probably have hoped to be driving around at, to be honest with you, based on his form this season. He is, of course, eliminated in 14th. The Renaults both really, really struggling this weekend. Sniping in about 5 or 6 timed laps. 5 or 6 timed laps and couldn't get the tyres or the track to work. This is going to be, based on a lot of this is going to be a very, very high volume of penalties, and Matt just comes into the pits. Nope, Matt doesn't come into the pits. He's realised. He's retired anyway, sod it. Anyway, that was a rather eccentric line way to go into the pits, or not to go into the pits, should we say. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Q2 in the books. As I said, Cookie Chip, very disappointing for him. We've also got the two Haas cars, of Bravo beating Max, and the whole field separated by 1.4. Obviously, we didn't get to see a representative time by Sniper. Everybody, or at least the top 10, will all be starting on the purple wall tyre. I have a message from the lovely Colt, who's supposed to be here now. You in race. Quali, jump in. Can put a, fuck, I sound like an idiot, a set up on before race. Smiley face. You got to get them emojis in, man. It spells out just pure emotion if you put an emoji smiley onto a message, doesn't it? Oh, and Haynes is here too. Right, okay. We'll invite the pair of them. Give me a second. Haynes, of course, all the way down there. Where are you? Come here. Get here. There is. Invite them all and both in. There you go. So we have our top 10 drivers, guys, going out on track. I believe the McLaren of VSL. No, we've actually got another. Towley is on his way. We're going to have another message. These guys will get sent. So I believe that's that. We're going to get back to the action now, guys. Forgive me, just bringing a couple more people into the lobby. Hopefully Haynes jumps in. And also, I believe, who have we got? Colt, who I've just literally spoken to and forgot his name. That's just really, really bad form. Another invite. I'm going to have to get off this in a minute just to kind of... they go, oh, he said thanks. Oh, a kiss emoji. Jesus Christ, the heart. The strings of the heart, guys. Can anyone put some heart emojis in the chat? Come on, man. Get them heart emojis out there, for fuck's sake. So Benny and Robbo both still in the pits. Everybody else out on track as we speak. Towley going to be the first person to do a lap. And of course, because I am absolutely a veteran of this game, I forgot to put the telemetry on. Not the best of starts. There's a heart emoji. Thank you very much, Ghost. He's even put a purple one. Thank you, mate. That's a symbol of having a purple heart. So I just thought I'd give a scientific explanation for that one. Towley then is coming around. This is the first lap we're going to see this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Or this session, shall we say, or in this league race on the Hypersoft tyre, and probably the last one that these guys are going to do, barring absolute crazy 1 out of 8, you bleeding idiot. So Towley coming along now. So Towley coming through Sector 2, another very tricky corner. I just see Skillen very nicely there getting out of the way. Obviously Kai has missed a few there. Yeah, they're purple hearts, man. Gotta be done. That's two hearts, man. The love is being spread in this commentary. But going back to the very serious stuff now of Towley coming towards the champion chicane. How does he manage to take it? Let's get on board with it now. Optimal line. Oh my god, if you get any more closer to the wall, pieces of paper will not be able to fit through. 107.9, that he got a 107.8 in his previous lap. I believe Smoke Spaceman is on a flying lap too. He is. Let's see what Smoke can do. Slap from Smoke, 109.5. I believe he's going to be going again. I'm not sure about that. And Bingley, forgive me if I'm wrong, you would usually anticipate someone driving the right way around the track. But that's kind of a curious line there by Bingley. Sorry guys, I was just too lazy to mute the mic for my cough. So Clutchy moving forward now. He is currently, well, I say 8th, but only had 2 time laps so far. So what can Clutchy do then? So that's a bit of a different line that Towley took, and he goes to the left. 110.9. Slow, in fairness, compared to the cruise centre. I'm not sure if these are all kind of red laps. Psych with the purple heart, thank you so much. As EJ, so it's a Sabo 1-2 provisionally. 108.2, I anticipate much quicker times than these going down before the end of the session. Over the line now goes Skillen. What can he do? A 108.2, almost matching AJ's time as well. We do have 2 more outlaps. And VSR Thomas on his outlap as well, so 3 outlaps at the moment being participated in. It's going to be interesting to see how the guys do. Smoke Spaceman, is this going to be a quicker lap? It isn't, because he's going out for his lap now, so that's going to be, I think obviously doing the old-fashioned cool down to warm up. Clutchy doing, I believe, exactly the same thing. This is going to be a much better time by Clutchy. Unsure if he made a mistake or not. I'm just kind of on his fly again, just kind of turn around and going, screw this, and go and do another. Skillen's still pushing. He's currently even quicker, so we could see potentially Skillen putting his name up there in Canada. I know he was very quick in the CSR race last night. Would have got 2nd position barring craziness, and then of course we had safety, the whole safety car thing, and the permanent yellow flags, and AJ comes into the pits, and Clutchy goes on to 108.8. I don't know why I'm speaking in this particular tone, but on we go then. And Smoke Spaceman is still going around. I'm not sure if this is going to be a total lap for him. We've got VSL Thomas also on a flying lap, by the way, here. Psych, as you see here on his outlap, I believe he is by himself anyway, so nice little chill time for him. Skillen does go 2nd with a 1:08.0. Smoke Spaceman comes around the final corner, and VSR Thomas, I believe, must have invalidated his lap there. He's come back into the pits. Smoke, though, goes round and makes himself the highest of the Red Bulls, 1/10 ahead of his teammate Clutchy, 1:08.7 flat. Saying that, it's quite rare that you see a flat lap time, isn't it, as opposed to a non-flat lap time. You know, yeah, there's a 1 in 100 chance of it not happening, so good luck. So here we go then. Bit of swig of Pepsi as Benny comes around the hairpin and onto the back straight. That's some good fucking shit, that. Oof. Benny then comes towards the champion chicane then. It seems like as a commentator you've got to repeat yourself every single time a car comes around a lap, which is an accurate representation. Benny gets himself 1:12.8. That probably won't get the job done, but he's going for his quick lap now. Robbo is also on his quick lap. Psych on his. Bingley starting his. I love it when left trigger doesn't work in this game, just absolutely brilliant. Smoke is run out of fuel, so Smoke just staying completely off the line there. But, oh, Psych, was that a potential corner cut? I'm not sure if Psych got a little bit impeded. Smoke did get himself out of the way very nicely. Nothing you can really do from that particular standpoint. If fuel runs out, it runs out. Maybe a corner cut? I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. There's Bingley coming round on his lap then. Bingley first? No, Benny first. No, it's not, it's Robbo first. Fuck it. We'll watch all of them. Screw it. Smoke Spaceman is going to have to get out of the way. I believe he has done very nicely there. And Robbo comes into the pits. Is that a validation by Rob as well? Whenever Robbo doesn't start at the front, he gets almost a guaranteed podium there. Oh, Psych lost his wing there. Hey, Swizzle. By the way, Swizz Hemp's in chat. The old brigade are back. Bingley gets himself into 4th with a 1:08.2. Everybody who is on track now do have the chance to just about get back in. Benny is struggling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, no time lapse for 4 individuals at the moment. Bingley in 4th. Clutchy out for his outlap. I believe we've got VSR Thomas. Bingley is just chilling at the moment. He's just kind of set his lap and he is done on that side. Who is this watching? Beer and Kebab. Yeah, man. It's Elite League, you know, they have to race in the dry to extend their full pace. We like the hardcore stuff. We like a little bit of rain, dampness, moist. I'll leave that with obviously individuals to decide. Right, so VSR Thomas, he's still looking to set a representative lap, and he got a 1 minute 8.1 on the ultra soft tyres in Q2, which is god damn a quick time. Beer says Elite League and minces. Right, give it a couple of seasons, it might both be racing there, you never know. Where the bloody hell have I put them? Right. Oh my god. Can't moan about being old. So VSR Thomas still going round. He is on overtake mode on his ERS. I find it fascinating, like myself, I just almost out of laziness to learn. Kind of just keep it in hot lap and overtake for the most time. I like how people kind of drop their mixes down and jam it up at the last second. Really, really cool. But here we go then. Oof, god. Clutchy on his flying lap as well. Let's have a look where Clutchy is quickly. It's going to be VSR Thomas that we cover here. Everybody's coming out for the final run and he's made another mistake. VSR Thomas and Robbo, both potential top 3/4 candidates. And Benny as well down there as well, and Syke also. So 4 people have not set a lap time yet. That's good. That's great news for Sauber at the moment. Occupying the 1 and 3. Skillen also, you can't really forget Skillen in that sort of time frame. Why have I turned that off? What a wet wipe. So here comes Clutchy then, I believe. That was only a 1 minute 10.7. That's not going to get the job done in this case. I believe pole time has already been beaten. Elite League guys smashing it so far. Let's have a look here. Holiday in Sunderland. I'll leave that one for you guys to decide. Would you classify that as a holiday? It's a lovely place, I've heard. So Robbo is now, I believe, on his time lap. We'll keep on him for a second. Yes, he is. So Robbo timed, Benny timed, Clutchy. Everybody's on track at the moment. Smoke Spaceman. That isn't a time lap. I believe that's an out lap. Yes, it is. Clutchy has done 1 lap on those tyres already. Will he be able to get it together here? He's currently 1/100th of a second quicker than his previous time. Usually 100th is good enough to move you up a place or 2 in this league. It's that bloody close, but obviously we have a 107 already in the bag. I'm expecting a mid to low 107 to really set the pace. And Clutchy then comes around the final corner. There you go. What a blooming corner that was. Balls of steel by the flower. He's going to hate me with that comment. Puts it into 108.7 and not good enough to displace his teammate Smoke Spaceman. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. Unsure, but the Benny goes into 3rd with a 1 minute 8.1. Robbo next round. What can Rob do? 6th. Rob's struggling. Robbo is struggling here. I'm not sure if he can kind of get a lap time. Moist. I'm not sure if he can get himself... Oh, no, that's Robbo's qualifying over. Another disappointing qualifying. 2 weeks in a row now for Rob. Obviously his race usually goes a little bit better. Robbo has retired from the session. Well, he's not in a dangerous place. It's pretty much over anyway with the qualifying. And Syke, that I believe was his out lap. Norwich Union Direct quote me happy on that front. VSR Thomas is going to be pushing this to get around. I think he'll just about do it. But he's going to have to... Yeah, he's having to race in. Digs at Scotland, just what I want to hear. Johnny Bravo, cover your ears. Tally coming around there. Skillen is also starting his flying lap. VSR Thomas, yeah, he's going to come to the get round, so we're going to be watching people now complete their lap times. Clutchy's still going. Robbo could fall down quite far here, a couple of places further down. I think Clutchy is he. Oh, Clutchy's bailed on this one, I think. Yeah, low revs. Bingley coming round then. Bingley, sector 3. That is rapid, doing the old-fashioned Bingley rear end shake. And he takes pole, provisional, 107.9 again, and oh my god, holy moly. Smoke Spaceman not enjoying that. Well, Clutchy actually did improve, got himself in with a 1 minute 8.6. Syke goes into 4th with a 1 minute 8.0, 100th of a second behind Skillen, those 2 rivals of last week, of course. We've got other lap times coming in. Towley's bailed, Bingley's got pole, Skillen bails. only one driver can upset the balance, and that is VSR Thomas. Let's have a look here. Muckamore, mate. Beard's taking a lesson out of the Positively Glad spelling dictionary here. VSR Thomas, what can he do? That's very close to that wall. That's not going to be good enough. It's not. No time. No time for VSR Thomas. So top 10 is Bingley, Towery, Skillen, Syke, Benny, AJ, Robbo, Clutchy, Smoke Spaceman, VSR Thomas. Pause is back in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for the start of the Canadian Grand Prix. And we are back and joined by lovely Colt, who is starting from 16th position, ladies and gentlemen. So 16 drivers here on the grid today. Colt, of course, does have the opportunity to put his setup on as the game brands out random setups. If you have Parc Fermé on in Q1, obviously if you don't do a lap in Q1, well, I think you know it's if you do a lap in Q1, it completely and utterly destroys all of your hopes and dreams. So Parc Fermé off for the safety. As you can see, this is a rare track where you can. Someone just left. That is bizarre. Looked like somebody just left the session there, but they didn't, which is really crazy. But we are just literally waiting here. Predictions for this race. Once again, hopefully we just have a clean one. Race predictions. I've seen what Tally and Robbo can do around here. Robbo's going to be a little bit kind of hindered in that sense. He's going to be a little bit further down the grid than he would have expected. Down in 7th, of course. The Sauber's 2nd and 6th. Syke in 4th. Bingley up top. As you see here, guys further down. Johnny Bravo and Matt. And the two bottom guys, lovely Colt, sporting an Israeli flag today. I'm a little bit questionable. Obviously, Syke sporting Ghost Cameroonian flag. And obviously, so it's a multinational race, this, to the max with his native Dutch flag, I believe. And then if he's going to tell me he's Belgian and just rip my balls off, that's probably not going to be an ideal scenario. Here we go then. Let's get myself comfy here. Right, here we go then. Take that part off. Right, so 16 drivers gearing up for the start of the Canadian Grand Prix. Hopefully we bring you an absolute classic here, ladies and gentlemen. 35 laps of this track, one stop with a dry race predicted. Well, mind you, you never know with this bleeding game, do you? So it could be, well, anything could happen, I guess. So the championship fight, guys, is looking a little bit more interesting now. Rob has dropped a few points here and there to Towley, so the gap is beginning to close. The battle after that is anybody's game. It all depends where you finish. Obviously, VSR Thomas races once every fortnight, so he's going to have to capitalise on everything that he does. Starting 10th position isn't going to be ideal for him either. So a lot of quick drivers starting towards the midfield. Cookie Chip is very quick as well. Obviously, all of these guys are quick because they are in the bloody Elite League, kind of. Well, it's part of the course, isn't it, really? Otherwise I wouldn't be there. Otherwise I'd be in there, which means that you'd have a slow driver in there. Obviously, I believe we're doing it on a system where 4 or 5 drivers get promoted. We're kind of still mulling over the details here. So from F2 to F1 and then vice versa going down to F2. So going to be a really interesting thing. You just need to get your points in nice and early. And then obviously we work it out from there. So now we're just literally waiting now for the host or the guy readying up. It's either Rob or Tally, the guy to ready up. Whoever it is, we're pretty much nearly at that point now. So whenever anybody wants to go, obviously don't go until they go. But it is on all clear as far as I can see. What a field we have, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really close qualifying again. Bingley just edging Towley out there. 2 guys dropped into the 107s at the end, of course. Skillen really, really close, as was Sykes doing so. Those two had a little bit of a kerfuffle around Monte Carlo. Hopefully they can avoid collision here today. This is now literally calm before the bloody storm, innit? Christ of my life. So we see the cool feature. They still got people's names or gamer tags over their kind of screen, which is pretty cool, I guess. I love how it still says Swanee's name on the Ferrari garage, even though he's not here. That is pretty cool. I like how they kind of maintain that up there. Obviously, we can just about see Colt. Lovely Colt, or as I call him, Lonely Colt. I believe there is still a Mercedes seat, as far as I'm aware, in this Grand Prix. So, obviously, if any really, really quick drivers want to try their hand at this league, drop us a message, get yourself involved in the community, and then we'll be able to obviously move people into Elite, of course, depending on what pace you run at. Obviously, we had a few new drivers in F3, and we are running, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling. Only a matter of seconds now until the guys take to their formation lap. I love how it doesn't change the name on the actual pit stripe at the bottom. I think that's kind of a license. All it needs is RR in front of that F1 there, just at the bottom portion of your screen, and that would be amazing. If we can edit that in, that would be fucking fantastic. All the guys are back. So I believe we are ready to roll here in Canada. 35 laps, aka just under an hour racing here. Formation lap a go. Get these on here. I believe everyone is going. I'm going to skip down the order just to see. Is Colt going as well? Yep, the whole field going here. So Bingley leads the way. Bingley and Tally had a monumental battle round here in performance's opener. Give each other a bit of time and space, guys. This is where you warm your own tyres up. Don't get too close to the car in front of you. Formation laps have proven to be a key in this game. Oh, what? Oh God, Snowpo was disqualified, as was Colt. That's not exactly ideal. See the Haas drivers there, 12th and 13th place. I believe Rob just going around there, just behind AJ. Robbo, championship leader, in 7th position, of course. Keep your eyes posted, ladies and gentlemen. The race will be uploaded just after 11 PM GMT, of course. So, Sniper and Colt are going to have themselves a little bit of a disadvantage back there, of course. When you get disqualified on a formation lap, your tyres automatically get set to the generic 80, it's track specific, but usually about 82 to 83 degrees, which is not what you want at the start of a Canadian Grand Prix, especially when the run up to turn 1 is so short. And they're disqualifying everybody for running too slow. Work that out. Robbo's gone. Yeah, come on, Codemasters, seriously. I know your game's broke, but fucking do one, seriously. First F word of the race. I'm actually doing quite well. And there, I think Clutchy got a little bit annoyed by the DRS sign. I think that's DRS sign. So we go on now. We can only go to Psych in 4th because everyone else got disqualified. Wouldn't call it dirty. There was no actual no disqualification from the session. It was mainly just kind of a formation lab glitch. 16 drivers. Why are we starting there? What the hell? 5 lights in Montreal, Canada. And it is lights out. And away we go, and that is a brilliant start there by Towley. Racing now down towards turn 1 we go. Bingley, oh, a little bit of contact already between Bingley and Towley. That's just a little nudge. Syke and Skillen side by side. These guys are all good, I believe. Yep, everybody's all good at the moment, so we're going to get on board now. Oh, Syke and Skillen again. Oh, these two have had incidents in the past. Benny just behind them as well. VSR Thomas has done. Smoke Spaceman there as well. AJ just behind Robbo there. Robbo making the move. He is up into 6th position already. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bit of move back there. Cookie Chip alongside Smoke Spaceman. These two very close pace races. Look at this here. VSR Thomas having a go at Clutch as well. Didn't get the move done. Neither did Cookie Chip. You see the Haas driver of Bravo. Max has been a couple of positions up already. And look at this going back here. Battle for 10th position so far. Oh, VSR gets to the Max up to 9th. And I believe that's AJ coming back on track. I think AJ might have hit the wall there. And Smoke and Cookie. This is very, very close and compact down the bottom. We're going to stay on board with this briefly. This is mental. I'm going to go back here. Look at this. Cars everywhere. And they all... Oh, who was that? Smoke Spaceman. What in the... He's making him pit. What happened there? Oh, broke himself or something? That was bizarre. Towley's up into the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Towley is in 1st. Bingley 2nd. And we've got the battle for 3rd between Syke and Skillen. I nearly said Ghost again. Bite me. So we're going to stick on board with this one. Skillen's having himself a look at the inside. It's not about getting the job done straight away. That is a move and a half if we can pull this off. It is... Oh, Syke, for goodness sakes. That is disgusting. For fuck's sake. Fucking more problems. Come on, guys. I'm gonna have to ban you two from fucking racing together. Fuck's sake. Anyway, skill on wing damage again. We'll just get moving on. We'll try and stay professional, guys. Here. Moving on again. Robbo and... Oh, here we go. Robbo and Syke here. Robbo has got the move done on Syke. That is up into 3rd position for Rob. Obviously, we'll have to have a look back on replay of the incident with Skillen. Skillen's race has been completely destroyed again. 2nd week running, I believe. Benny's into the pits as well. Bit of an incident there. Did not see what happened to Benny there. Benny might have got caught up in the collateral as well. Cookie Chip up at the 9th position. Have a little flick down the order here. It seems like we're starting to get a little bit spaced out. Syke and Clutchy's up in the 5th position. Really quiet drive. Sector 1, what's happened there? It's Colt. Colt's gone off. Colt from 13th position spun. No damage, I don't think. So Colt's had himself a very, very fun start to his life in the Elite League. He was a former F2 racer, deemed too quick, of course, which he was. Kind of lap or two, 2nd or 2 quicker than everyone else a lap. As you see AJ going over the curb there. And here comes to the max on AJ. He's gonna get the move done into turn. It's turn hairpin, or whatever. Yeah, you keep speaking, keep making loads of sense pods, and to the max does get the job done. But Max also has DRS as well, so he'll be able to pull away here from AJ, which leaves AJ, as long as he sticks in the slipstream, should just about be able to deal with that. And look at this, he's going to go down the outside, is he? No, to the max has it gone, and AJ pits. Another abysmal race for the Sauber driver. Matted to the point as well. He was down in 14th at the start, and Sniper just behind him. The two Renaults are profiting from the madness really, really nicely here. Bingley is chasing down Tally. I know these two literally are can match each other sector for sector around here. Robbo in 3rd, just doing enough to fend off Syke at the moment in 4th, Clutchy 5th. VSR Thomas a nice little start in 6th. As Colt has a 5 second stop penalty for corner cutting. Ouch. Ouchie boo. That's going to hurt. So we're going to have two separate races here. The guys who have all pitted and the guys who haven't yet, basically. This is where we're up to right now. So just going to get back on board with the top two here. So Bingley will have DRS on tally. You see just behind as well. There's a couple more battles. Syke and Robbo could potentially escalate into something here. You just see them in the background of the screen. Sector 1-2. Smoke Spaceman out of the Grand Prix. What is happening to his season? Having a shocker. And look at this. We're going to go here now. It's like a little bit too far back on Robbo to do any damage here, but Bingley going back up to the battle for first. Will Bingley send one up the inside? No, he doesn't. He's going to stay patient and just follow Towley. He did this in performance for literally the entirety of the Grand Prix. And here we go, going down to Bravo, and Cookie Chip, Johnny Bravo, moves into 8th position. Yes, he does. He's on the softer tyre for the moment. Cookie Chip, it will come back to him towards the end of the race, as you see Matt. And Sniper AJ just behind Skillum running in 15th, the last car on track. Syke with a penalty, so I know they said Ghost again because that name comes across the screen. It's the first thing that you think of. Skillum with the fastest lap. This is all about damage limitation for Skillum at the moment, of course. He's still watch for the top two. Just keep an eye on the battles. Yellow flag sector 1, what's happened, and it's Colt. Colt retired. What is he doing? Don't rage quit. For the love of piss. People, come on. This is the Elite League, not the Amateur League. Come on, guys, get with it. Here comes Tally then. Will he be able to fend off Bingley? Tally just basically needs to make his car as wide as possible and hit every single apex here. That is possible. As you see the top two beginning to... He got a little bit of a gap back between Bingley and Robbo. 3.2 seconds. Syke going to simply sit behind him, you'd imagine. Sniper AJ with a 3-second penalty. You're going to hear me saying that phrase, obviously not just about Sniper, not going to single him out, but this track, you are so susceptible to getting penalties around here. We've got a little bit of a battle down here for 12th, 13th and 14th as well. Benny, AJ and Skill, and these three, if they play it clever, Benny gets himself a warning just in front of AJ there as well. I'm going to call him Sniper because obviously we do have AJ Air as well, so I don't really want to confuse the audience with each person, so we're going to call Sniper AJB Sniper and AJ Air AJ. There you go. 17 views, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Anybody who hasn't followed, please be sure to do so. The action coming in thick and fast in RRF1 Elite League race around Canada as we go. So Bingley is coming on board with Bingley just to see if he can actually maintain or close it at all. I think these two have almost exact kind of counteracting setups for each other. You see VSR Thomas beginning to get a little bit closer to clutch, you know, and we'll kind of keep bringing that to you. As you see here, the battle for 12th position still rages on. Colt, we need to kind of inform people not to retire on track in the race, like rage quit, literally just keep racing. He did this last week as well. Obviously in the pits it was last week though. So you've got Tally, Bingley, Robbo, Syke. It's almost like bleeding Noah's Ark here, and then you've got the four-man car journey behind us here between Johnny Bravo, Cookie Chip, Matt and AJ. That is of course a big battle as far as this season goes on. I've called him AJ against Sniper. Oh, and Sniper goes a little bit loose there, but look at this. Back to 12th position. We're going to have a little bit of a watch of this before we flick back up the order to see what's happening up front. Here comes AJ making a move on Benny Z. That should be side by side. No, he thinks better of it, so he's going to potentially hung it in and skill in there as well. Giving us a little bit of action here all up and down the order so far. Of course, we are on round 7, and as we said, Thursday night delight. We are back on this channel for France, and AJ gets himself a penalty too. Not ideal. Robbo and Syke are racing against each other here, so Syke may be able to do something against Robbo. Clutching it and VSR in the background. You got. This is literally 2x2. It is Noah's Ark in 2019, ladies and gentlemen, without the water in the boat. So Noah's track. How about that for you? Oh, very, very close to the wall there for Syke. There is a bit of wing there, if you see that there. With a little bit of a flash of yellow flag. Nothing maintained on the screen, and Sniper gets himself a second penalty for corner cutting. It happens so quickly around here. To the max, the Haas driver's having a really nice time out here. I look behind. Was that a move then? No, I don't think it was. I think it was just too. In fact, it was. Look at Sniper. Oh, in the back of Matt now. Renault's in the scrap for the final points paying position. Look at the battle at the back. Still raging on. This should be his move to make here. Is he going to get it done? No, he just relaxes a little bit. A little bit around in the corner. That could potentially be exceeding track limit warning. Skillen's got himself a bit of a run here. I don't think he's going to make the same move that the two Manners did a few years back. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Very, very close to that wall on the right-hand side there. Battle for 12th, we're going to flick back up the order as we are now onto the DRS straight for the front runners again. So Clutchy, I think this battle here for 5th position, maybe the one you want to watch here. VSR Thomas getting very, very close and very, very quick up towards Clutchy, imagine. Clutchy goes defensive, which means the move is going to be on. These two side by side round the chicane. Oh, it happens. It happens. Both brave. I don't think there was hardly any contact there. They just both run out of room. Clutchy needs to get his head back together now. It is possible to do 26 laps on the supers. It is possible. It's been done before. Skillen with the penalty back there for warnings. You can't really put the blame onto either driver there. Obviously not Clutchy's, he's one on the wall. VSR, they both went into it very, very fairly. Oh, Bingley loses the back end. Trademark Bingley move there. This could be the reason, though, why Bingley doesn't. And you see Benny gets overtaken by both AJ and Skillen on that lap. So Benny down to 14th position at the moment. Clutchy, unfortunately for his incident, drops out of the points as we are on board now with... We're not on board, are we? Get the bleeding terminology right, pals, come on. So Towley and Bingley. Still the battle rages on. Is there going to be an undercut? Is Bingley going to be brave enough to go for an undercut and then basically put the shoe on Towley's foot? I don't fucking know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Shoe on the other foot. You know, that bleeding kind of phrase. Anyway, moving on. Without me losing track of my own brain. See to the max. Not a million miles away from VSR Thomas now. There's any wing damage here, is it? Do you know what's really cool? I'm looking when I flick between the clouds, you can see that, oh my god, I'm just going off the cycle and tapping the wall on the right hand side. You can see the difference in wing for each driver. I think I noticed that before Clutchy comes into the pits. So this is all about now damage limitation for Clutchy. Like I said, there wasn't any malice in the move, it was just two guys who, I'll tell you the penalty! That is huge! That could be huge at the end of the race. Bingley now needs just to stick with him. That is going to be a turning point in this Grand Prix. Robert's actually opened up a little bit of a gap back to Sykes Zaney for the first time in a while. It's over 1 second here, so we are going to stick around. In fact, we're going to go on to the battle here for 8th position, so we'll flick onto that in a minute. Bingley, yeah, still 7/10 of a second here between 1st and 2nd. This could be quite interesting to see if Matt can get past Cookie Chip. That's the battle for 8th position at the moment. Cookie Chip wisely breaks the slipstream, but is that going to be enough here? Cookie does not have DRS himself, and Matt is thinking about the move. No, he puts himself right back into the slipstream of Cookie, into the rear diffuser, so to speak, is a nice way to put it. And here we go. I think this may be the move here. Matt, oh, he's a bit too far back. He's not going to go for the move. Intelligent driving there by Matt, waiting for his opportunity. Skillen's already done AJ on the straight. Jesus Christ. VSR Thomas, that is a huge penalty again. All these penalties for the front runners are going to be massive as we move forward. 18 views, guys. Thank you so much for watching. But anyway, back to the action. Enough about what views we're getting. It's all about the action that you are getting. As you see, the 3-car battle here has now moved up to 11th place between Skillen, AJ and Benny. So these guys now are all going... You notice they're all moving closer and closer to the points, which is quite interesting. They're all catching the guys in front as well. 3 seconds caught up over the course of about 2 or 3 laps. As long as they don't hinder each other, these 3 guys could literally find themselves right in there. And look at this, the 2 Renaults. The 2 Renaults now battling for 9th position. Sniper, AJ and Matt. These 2 always seem to find themselves somewhere similar and on track. And almost helping him around the corner. And look at that. Jesus Christ, Sniper doing himself really well. Syke with his 2nd penalty of the race. And look at this, the 2 Renaults side by side. DRS activated for both of them. And I believe Sniper's got the move done. Sniper moves up into 9th position. Obviously, that's his 3rd corner cut warning, and then clobbers the wall on the right-hand side. No damage by the looks of it. As we move on back up to the front battle now. AJ, no, if I can go back here. So AJ with the penalty, so all the guys at the back now hold a 3-second time penalty. Clutchy will of course be able to catch up with these guys as well, as they will all be squabbling. This is now, as I said, for Clutchy, all about damage limitation in this Grand Prix, and Matt is still all over his teammate. This is not what Matt needs, but of course it is what Renault need. Both cars in the points. I believe it was for one of the first times this year as well, so this is going to be quite interesting to see if they can maintain that. But that is an absolutely terrible camera angle. Thank you, Codemasters and Liberty Media, for giving me that absolute perler. So Sniper AJ then gets himself set up for the hairpin. Matt also looking to get the move done in the background. Well, these two are battling. He's literally put 2 seconds on them. As you see, Telemax keeping up with VSR Thomas. That right there in the battle for 5th position. Penalties up and down the field already, I believe. Bingley hasn't got one yet, so that should be quite an interesting, because we're nearly already we're over a third of the way through the Grand Prix, and Sniper gets his 4th penalty. Holy moly. 4 penalties in 12 laps. Work that out, ladies and gentlemen, that's a total of 12 penalties. That's 36 seconds for corner cutting. If you kind of round it up, or multiply it by the amount of laps to go, that's bad. But it can happen to anybody, so long, you know, obviously just needs to get himself in the rhythm, and then he'll be able to kind of counteract all the penalties. It's so easy though in this game to corner cut. Matt could literally sit behind him and not have to worry, but we're going to stick on board then with this battle here. I know Bingley is just around the corner with Howley. Still these two go at it, but we'll stay on this one for a little bit. Just got to be mindful of people. In fact, no, we're going to change our mind completely as we do have a battle. No, we're not. We're going to go back up front. There you go. Call it a bit of horse racing. I don't know. There you go. We've just given TV time to about 8 different people in 2 minutes. Lovely, lovely. Howley and Bingley. Bingley this time. This is going to be a better run for him here. Bingley is going to be a little bit closer. Still not kind of in the kind of area to really get the job done. And here we go. Ooh, some of the ultra soft guys are pitting it to the max. And VSR both pitting in from the ultra soft tires. Johnny Bravo stays out, of course, and you will see the 4 riders behind, all making the 3 behind. And here we go, split the 3 behind. The Renaults are side by side again. That battle's been elevated up provisionally into 7th position, and Matt gets the job done in Sniper. Matt up into 7th place. He will hopefully now be able to claw the gap back. Already up to 3 seconds into himself. Shit, Bravo. It's only 1.6 ahead of Cookie now as the soft tyre, super soft tyre, sorry lads. Well, ladies and gentlemen, going to be really coming into the optimal use compared to the Ultras. This is the biggest advantage they're going to have. Benny with a 3-second penalty, caught that on stream. That is a really soft penalty. He had 2 wheels on track, guys. Come on, Cody, such a strict corner cutting out. Come on. That is the apex of that corner. You have to take that corner like that if you want the perfect left hand back. But anyway, we will move back onto this action. It's a 3-way dance here. These guys just outside the points. Obviously, all of them will need to pit again, but then they're going to be on the quicker tyre than everybody else. So Tally pits. Tally's pitted. Robbo pits. Bingley doesn't. Sykes pitted as well. All the Ultrasoft, you can imagine all the Ultrasoft drivers. Yes, here we go. They're all into the pits now. As you will see, Cookie Chip. Sorry, what the hell was that? Sorry. Sniper gets his 5th penalty. This isn't looking good for Sniper at all, is it? I believe Tally will just about come out in front of Cookie Chip. Yes, he does. Robbo just in front of the Renaults. Big moves these. And VSR Thomas has done the undercut on his teammate. Big news. Big news. Syke is down into 8th position. VSR Thomas undercuts him, and to the max is now right behind him too. Look how powerful the undercut is. As AJ and Skillen still dicing. Crazy battling this. Skillen all over the back of AJ. Bravo comes out in 13th. Clutchy putting on a brave drive here in 14th. As Bingley gone too long. No, but he's going to be in a better position at the end of the Grand Prix. He'll have a lap fresher tyres than all of those around him. The only problem now is he's going to be susceptible to Robbo behind him. Will Robbo inherit 2nd position here? I know that Towley will most likely get him. Towley's already got him, and here comes... Is he going to get out for the Cookie Chip here? I don't think Bingley's going to get out for the Cookie Chip. Oh my god, you can't get much... Oh, he's lost it. Side by side now. Oh, and Bingley just about manages to get the move done. That is huge for his race. He can now chase that, but look at the gap. 3 seconds. The undercut is worth nearly. VSR Thomas is going to be absolutely fuming here. Look at this. He needs to get past both Renaults very quickly, and he sends one up the inside of Sniper, who, well, it's racing for position, so he has every right. Oh no! Dear me. Oh, that one is on VSR Thomas there. Oh, Sniper did get a little bit loose, and that's going to be in effect his race run. Oh, that is wounding. That is wounding. That one is on VSR Thomas. That I'm sure he'll take full responsibility for that one. But we move on, ladies and gentlemen. Accidents do happen, of course. So we will now get rolling. But to be fair, that was pretty similar to the Syke and Skillen incident, so I'm going to... yeah, I'll probably retract my fuck's sake comment. And to the max is now behind VSR Thomas. I'm not sure if VSR actually got damage there. McLaren's front wing is so deformed compared to most of them. Syke's really profited here. Syke, oh, be careful. That is way too aggressive again. Stop dive bombing. For crying out loud. Please. Ridiculous move. Stop dive bombing. You are far back. Give people room on the exit. Sorry, I'm back to the action. Right, Cookie Chip then keeps moving. He is actually in fourth position, but Cookie will need to pit again, so he'll probably fall down in the region of about Johnny Bravo. We've got a yellow flag here. Matt's retired. And I think that may be it. Oh my god! What's in that? Well, that's death. Holy moly. Oh. VSR just noticing Clutchy coming through. Sniper has a left session. What? That is just... That's a screen right there that says game over. That's like defeating an enemy on a fucking RPG, isn't it? And then like they drop a loot for you the way Matt dropped his tire on the road then. Anyway, we are now once again back to the back to the action. Have you noticed now the battle between Skillen, Benny and AJ have found themselves literally all into the points. Incredible. So we move on now. VSR Thomas his race is pretty much run. Don't know if he's actually still here. I'm not sure if he left session. Yeah, he's in AI at the moment, so... Yeah, that could... A big lead with a penalty. We're going to go right back to the live action now. I don't know if VSR Thomas is still here. All got a little bit messy, really, really messy there. You've got to... Everyone just kind of needs to kind of take a kosher calm down pill and kind of get moving. Johnny Bravo with a penalty there, so we are in effect, I believe, now down to 11 runners, ladies and gentlemen. So all got a little bit heated. Hopefully people kind of just chill a little bit more. But there we go. We've got 4 people all in the line. Skillen, Benny, AJ, and Bravo's joined the fray. Remember the guys back here, AJ, Benny, and Skillen all in front of Johnny Bravo. Yet to pit. Cookie Chip also yet to pit on those tyres. The only one in the race who hasn't stopped yet is Cookie Chip. Syke is approaching him now. So here we go then, we are now on to lap 19, over half distance now, ladies and gentlemen, and Benny and Skillen taking a very alternative line, and ironically, oh look at AJ, look at Bravo, what a move by Bravo, opportunistic as anything, that's move of the year, he did all of them. Oh, guys, in the comments, shout out Johnny Bravo. That there was bleeding brave. What a move by Bravo. Former ERL racer. Beer and kebab. Just have a look. Forgive me, guys, I'm not seeing the comments yet. I'll go back through them a little bit later while I'm in the stream, when I'm in the podiums. You'll probably hear me just read it all back and chuckle to myself. So, Syke there behind Cookie Chip. He's brought to the max with him this time, so to the max is not up with this fight yet. Max is so consistent. Speaking of consistency, Robin Talia there. Bingley back up to full pace after his comms ban from last week affected his gameplay. I believe, yeah, VSR Thomas has left the session, just to confirm. That was one of the craziest moves, and you see Max here with a 3-second penalty. To the max, outside of the top 2, or top 3, if you count Bingley as the top 3 in terms of pace, Max is the most consistent. Cookie Chip having a rare moment of kind of unhindered racing. He's had a lot of incidents this year, Cookie Chip, and pretty much all of them not his fault. And to the max, having a little luck here at Saxony. Clutchy with a 3-second penalty. All of a sudden, Clutchy. Oh, here comes Cookie Chip. Is he going to give the place up to Syke? Max, look at this. He's going to. No way. Max, oh, Cookie Chip goes a little bit wide, and I think he's let both of them go through there. Yes, he has. Who's going to get the DRS? It's Syke and Max, so they both have DRS. Cookie Chip, he's not really in that race as it stands. Not the biggest gaps back to people either. Obviously, I know, well, Clutch is only 33 seconds behind Cookie Chip. Finally pits. Syke with a 3-second penalty there on the championship. And as I said, it's very, very susceptible to things like that happening to the max. I think this is the close. It is. Well, no, it's not the closest battle on track. Skillen comes into the pits. Oh my god! AJ coming in like an absolute bull in a china shop. That was funny. Cookie Chip, though, does have a wing change, is that? As he comes out just in front of that battle there. Clutchy is up into that. It's going to be close to him. Clutchy, no, it's not. Clutchy up into 8th position, but remember those 3 guys behind are all on the Ultrasoft tyres, and of course there is a heck of a long way to go here tonight. So, just over 14 laps left now for the leading cars. Towley leads Bingley by 1.4 seconds. 1.6 seconds has been pulled back since Bingley left the pits. In fact, I lied to everybody. 1.8 seconds has been pulled back since Bingley had left the pits. It was 3.2. So on we go then to the max in 5th position on DRS on Saxony. Will he be able to make any inroads? Robbo with a penalty, that's 3 seconds. Joins the penalty crew, which is pretty much not really exclusive because almost everybody's in it. So to the max, a little bit too far back to make a move there. You see Johnny Bravo background, and there's Benny coming into the pits. That's going to be an undercut of dreams, you would imagine. Cookie Chip and Clutchy gets the move done very nicely. Cookie Chip back up into 8th position, Clutchy running 9th, further 5 seconds back down the road to Skillfat. No, that's now 7th and 8th actually. Clutchy could really pull this off. This could be a really, really nice point-to-pain position for him at the end. So obviously there was a little bit of kerfuffle at the start. A couple of crashes here and there. I know Smoke Spaceman had himself another incident. If Smoke gets himself out of incidents, that's when you're going to see him get involved. Lovely Colt nearly blew up 3 cars behind him, retiring on track. That's something we're going to have to address as well. Matt and VSO Thomas had themselves what looked like an absolute apocalyptic collision, but not quite sure what happened there. I know that obviously Sniper and VSR had themselves a little bit of an incident. It happens, it's racing. And Bingley's now back to 9 tenths down, so that is intriguing. We're on board to the max. He's just dropped out of DRS range now. Syke, someone who hasn't dropped out of DRS range is Benny, who is now on 1 lap fresher tyres and skill, and that will have a huge effect come close of play today. AJ at 1.9 down. Needs some decent points here for Sauber. I think we may be getting another Towley versus Bingley battle. Obviously, it really cost Bingley in terms of time, but he's made almost all that back out Cookie Chip already. Gets us off a 1 minute 11.0, 1:11 flat there. Skillen dwarfs it with a 1 minute 10.6. Great lap times being posted for the guys further down the order. And AJ literally almost identical lap time, but still manages to take credit of fastest lap. A 1:10.648. As we are now watching what could potentially be the battle up top. No DRS for Bingley, so he's going to have to literally just push a little bit harder to get himself back up there in the fight. Bingley still searching for his first RRF1 race when, of course, he did win the performance race bit round here because Towley had a superior number of penalties to him. But obviously, Robbo, to be fair, Robbo from where he started would probably be happy with 3rd. Cycle to 4th. Max to the max would be the Haas drivers all of a sudden they're up there in 5th and 6th. That could change. Do you know what, the way this is looking, we could potentially have an absolute multiple car train again at the end of this Grand Prix. Remember Monaco with a 6-car train because when Clutchy caught back up to the group. Amazing racing handed out here by RRF1 Elite League. So we have here, like I said, Big Towley leading Bingley. I think Bingley sort of puts about 2 or 3 tenths on Towley through the first sector. I have noticed that, we're just literally riding on board here. Towley launches it. Towley's lost up front. This is Bingley's chance. This is Bingley's chance, but he's not gained too much time, but this is going to guarantee him DRS. Towley, that is what you call a poop your pants moment, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it live on air, but will Bingley have enough to capitalise? I don't think so. Benny with a penalty down there in 10th position. He's at a few of this race. It happens, it's Canada. There you go. We've said that about 6 times already this race. If it's 7, my bad. Bingley has a real chance to take Towley on here. Will he be able to capitalise on Towley's mistake? Towley doesn't flap very often, actually, saying that. But these two are just off to the races here. As you see, guys, just look at the left-hand side of your screen. Clutchy, Skillen and Benny all within 1.5 seconds of each other. 1.5 second gap between 8th and 10th. That could change around, then a further 1.4 back to AJ. So we are going to have ourselves a little bit of a car train here. We're going to just deviate from that battle briefly. As, yeah, look at this. Clutchy, Skillen and Benny. Oh, Clutchy pits in. That's smart decision. Get himself on the fresh tyres, give himself a more comfortable end to the Grand Prix. Penalties could have a major impact, of course, round this track. Well, they will have a major impact around this track. No one's going to know really where people finish until literally the end of the race, because aggregate times, etc., aren't going to get held in. Syke with the penalty, that may be huge, because I've not seen Max's name pop up too often. Syke's a couple of times I have. So this could be very interesting as we close out round 7 of the RRF1 Elite League season. Canadian Grand Prix, of course. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, so far for watching. There is still a lot more action to come tonight, of course. A further 10 laps to go as Towley puts his wheel on the grass again. Bingley doesn't. Bingley just now needs to stay with him, to stay alert. We're not going to be revealing people's penalties because it kind of ruins the fun, to be fair. It kind of ruins the ending, because I'd be like, oh, he's moved here, he's moved there, yeah. But at the moment, this top 3 looks pretty much set. Obviously, mistakes can happen, as you saw Towley a minute ago. He's actually managed to sort of keep the gap at the kind of where it was originally on the first stint. But Bingley does have 1 lap fresher tyres, and Towley, that could be huge. Well, it will be, not could be, it will be huge coming into the Grand Prix. Benny's overtaken Skillen. Benny up into 8th position. Skillen down to 9th. Those two are still hammering, tugging and battling literally the entirety of this race. Kukuchek down to 6.1 to Bravo. He's put 3 seconds on him since I last checked. Lap 23, I believe it was. So that battle's kind of coming together. Benny and Skillen still all over the back of each other. Speaking of Skillen, penalty there coming through sector 1. Gap down to the leader, of course, for these guys. Clutchy below, furthest guy away, 53 seconds. 1 minute 10, 6, 4, 8, and Benny with a little bit of a rear end loss there. Very similar. Bingley did a very, very similar thing. Is he running DRS that he just put up now? I don't understand this game. It's just completely, literally crap, isn't it? But these guys are doing a magical job working with what they have with this game. Syke and Max are both kind of keeping it pretty close, shall we say. Gap's not really moving, it's floated between the 1.6 and 1.9 second mark, has been for the last few laps since Syke managed to drop Max from DRS. It's kind of been a steady static pace between the two of them. So Bingley in second, chasing down Towley. Will Bingley be able to pick up his first win in RRF1? I prefer to do it on track, you know, but obviously you don't really get to choose how you do it. Towley with a wheel on the grass again. Bingley kept it quite clean through there. Towley running on hot lap incidentally. Bingley running on none, so this is going to be interesting. To the back to the penalty, that could be massive in terms of the end result. Absolutely huge. But I think Max is... No, saying that actually Max is up there. I was kind of referring to the 4th, 5th place battle. And, oh, what the hell? Max has come from 1.6 seconds down. Syke run wide here. He must have. Max giving Syke all the room there. Syke got the job back done. So Syke, so much more straight line speed than by Syke. But that is pretty much gifted Rob in the position there, isn't it? He must be said. The battle for 3rd is now over. It wasn't really a battle anyway, but it now is completely over before it really begun. You see here, Skillen, Benny and AJ, all of them have managed to put themselves back into the points here. AJ just a little bit out. There he is in the back of the camera. Oh, look at this. Skillen gets himself back in the tow. He's got a much better run on Benny here. The battle for 8th position. Didn't make a move. So close to the back of Benny. Dinners are being discussed. What I mean by that is so close to his backside. If you didn't get that innuendo, there you go. That's a new one for you to take home to your schoolmates if you're watching, if you're young enough to be in school. Clutchy with a 1 minute 10.5 claims fastest lap. He's going to be beginning to haul in the guys in front of him, as you can tell. His tyres are the freshest, I believe. Yep, freshest by a mile at the moment. So Bingley is still not in a position to get the job done. But to the max is 0.2 seconds. Is he going to go for the move? Syke let him have that one. Syke let him have that one. Fourth position. Good drive, good fair driving there by Syke. But he's not got DRS because to the max still keeps the DRS. Syke's setup is so kind of must have low wings. The kind of speed he manages to kind of generate going down the back straight is absolutely phenomenal. And we move on now to the battle for... Oh, who's that in the background? That is the AI of Sniper. Of course, that's going to be completely irrelevant. I was wondering why he's pitting in on lap 29. Kind of even... Well, I'll be lap 26 for a minute, sorry. No, lap 28, of course. Okay. Right, that now remakes no sense. Towley and Bingley. The battle here for the lead of the Grand Prix. 3-second penalties coming in left, right and centre as we see the AI overtaking the other AI. I'm not showing that on screen. I've got far too much to do than to show two AI cars battling on bloody screen. But here comes Bingley. Has it? And that's a 3-second penalty for Towley. That could be absolutely huge. That could be the decision maker of this Grand Prix. Robbo is 6.6 seconds behind Bingley. And to the max is still battling with Syke. Actually, we're going to go back onto that. So here comes Syke. Will he be able to get the move done on Max? The answer is no. He got the move done on himself, planting it in the wall. I've not seen anyone crash there before, especially like that. Rather entertaining. Skillen and Benny still all over the back of each other. These guys are gunning for TV time, you'd think. And I think we're going to get some here. Skillen coming up the inside of Benny. Is he going to be able to get the move done? Obviously, he's going to have to with the kink in the road. Very, very intelligent there, not kind of staying directly behind him. Obviously, the kink could cause absolute carnage, murder and destruction. Don't know if that was a bit of wing off there for Syke. We go back up to the top to see the battle between Bingley and Towley. Towley just receiving what I believe is his second 3-second penalty. If Bingley keeps it clean, Bingley wins the race. And Skillen and Benny are still kicking the crap out of each other here. Down in 8th position, there's Robbo. That is a big gap back. 7.2 seconds back between Robbo and the race leader. Rob said Cannon's a good track for him. Towley said it's probably one of his best. So this is the battle of the championship. Good to see Bingley back up there again. Obviously had to drive slow because of the comms ban last week. Obviously this game manages to lag you out with the comms ban to the max. Gets the move done to Syke. That's a good move there by Syke. I'll give him credit for that one. And a couple of dodgy ones this race, but that is a very, very fair move up into 4th position. Obviously he's got a lot more penalties than to the max, so he's now going to have to go and put his foot down here. But Max is... These guys are so even on pace. To the max having... I've got to be honest, well, he's third in the championship. He's having a hell of a season so far, leading the way for the Haas team, as it stands, of course. So this battle rages on then, as does the top battle between these two. Are kind of getting a little bit closer than they were, but they're not. It's literally the same gap, lap in, lap out, just over 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go once we cross the start-finish line here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And Bingley gets a 3-second penalty. They now, I believe, both have 2. And Bingley, look at the way he's catching him. The max has done Syke on DRS, so this time Max gets it back and he moves up in the 4th position. Such an absolute OP track for DRS this. And Syke stays in his slipstream. Like a cocktail of just OP, isn't it? I don't know what happened to AJ. He's dropped right back. Wing damage is what happened to AJ. Oh dear me. More misery. AJ just struck Skillen with another penalty. Riding the curb a little bit. Look at this cookie chip. He's now within sight of Johnny Bravo as the top 2 still maintain position. AJ pits, which means Clutchy inherits 10th position. He will be very happy with that, of course. And I don't know if Clutchy might... I've not seen Clutchy's name appear too many times, to be fair. So this could really be quite interesting. 15 seconds is... Well, just under 15 seconds is the gap between himself and Skillen. I've seen Benny and Skillen appear on the penalty timesheet quite a lot of times. Bingley just tailing Tally. Tally managed to put 0.2 of a second on Bingley, literally between the entrance of Champion chicane and the exit. The whole chicane, he managed to catch them back up. As you see here, the AI of VSR Thomas, he pretty much had a miserable weekend, didn't he? Syke now with DRS, will he be able to get the job done here and make it stick this time? Max goes really to the inside, he's made his move. Able to hang it around the outside if he wishes. Once again, another fair move there by Syke, good stuff there. Battle for 4th position. It's really given us some entertainment right through to the end of this Grand Prix. Just under 3 laps to go now. AJ with a penalty. That's pretty much irrelevant at this stage. He has had an absolute stinker. Just under 3 to go then. 0.4 seconds, call it half a second between Bingley and Towley up front. Pretty much the same gap between Ghost and Max. Skillen and Benny have just been basically trying to ask each other questions of each other all the way through this particular Grand Prix, and they're answering each other. Skillen there with one hell of a move, one hell of an overspeed, but doesn't get the move done again. We have action all the way through here. We're going to stick with this battle, I believe, for now. No, we're not. I lied. We're going to go back up to Bingley. Can he somehow get this job done? 4 attempts. This is as close as he's been pretty much, but it's not close enough. Lap 34, as it is the other AI car. So these AI cars are going to be somewhat of a distraction for these guys. And we'll go back to the Max and Syke battle. Syke, I believe, has just about done enough here, at least in this lap. Only 2 laps to go now for these guys. They have all come through. We have ourselves a guaranteed 10-point scorers in this race, of course, based on the fact that you have to get through, I believe it is 30 laps on this track, 5 to the end. Of course it is. So now you see Bingley and Tally, another DRS there, keeping Bingley just about within reach. Bingley's off! Bingley's off! Massive off! But he didn't hit the wall. Jesus Christ, that would have been a promotion to the podium there for either Syke or Max in that case. Bingley's still got DRS, but I think that this is over. Saying that, it might not be. AJ just literally come around. I believe AJ's going to get himself a fastest lap in a second. No, he's not. Okay. 15 down. Skillen is all over Benny. Let's have a little look what's happening here. But basically, guys, this is the last lap. This is where our focus is now on. The battle between Towley and Bingley for the Canadian Grand Prix spoils. Who is going to get it? Clutchy with a 3-second penalty. That could impact him getting any more points in this Grand Prix. 1 is a pretty good figure, to be fair, on Canada, especially in this league. I'd be overjoyed getting 1 point around there. So Bingley, 9 attempts down. I think Towley has just done enough. Both Towley's actually running a none, so he's literally concealing everything. Kind of like, what's the word for it? Conserving energy. Benny with another penalty. I've seen his name about 474.867% times. Here we go then. Will Bingley be brave? Will he be able to get the overspeed? The fuel light is on for all of these guys. Well, these top 2 guys at least anyway. Towley then. What a race he's had. Nowhere near as easy as Monaco. As we come across the line in the Canadian Grand Prix. And it's Towley with the win. Towley wins in Canada by only half a second. Here's Robbo then. He'll be happy with that 3rd position. Rob with 3rd, and we've still got a little bit of a mini battle. I don't know, this is where the positions may change here, of course. Rob had 3 seconds less penalties, and Syke falls down. And that's just that's, oh dear me, that's murder. So Max gets 4th, Syke 5th. Bravo, I don't think has done enough to get 6th or 5th, sorry. Skillen, I don't know how many penalties. He's actually beaten Benny. So Skillen jumps Benny into 8th position. Could be interesting to see if Clutchy gets him, because Clutchy has no penalties pretty much. So Johnny Bravo, Cookie Chip, those 2 both got in there. Clutchy jumps Benny. Benny had loads. As you see the stranded car to the Max there. As we now await AJ coming round. He did an absolute crap race. But hopefully his season can turn. Bit of a spoiler, I don't know if we actually crossed the line there. Oh, and there's AJ just looking at the wall going, that wall says F1 2018. What a pile of absolute shish kebab. Here we go then. We're going to be rolling into the podium celebrations now. Well, it may be celebration, they may come in and just call me a prick or something, I don't know. So, we have the classified results for you in 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. While we're here, I'm just going to bring the guys into the winners party. Just literally do that now quickly. So, great drive then by all the top guys. They managed to all get through. A few minor incidents, which are going to be looked at after the race. But obviously, here we go then. So, Towley picks up the big 25, the big W, 25 points for Towley then. He has made it 3 wins out of 4, 3 victories out of 4, and only dropped 7 points in the meantime. So Towley then takes the victory in the Canadian Grand Prix from Bingley, half a second separating those two. Rob gets himself at 3rd, to the max 4th. Syke gets himself 5th, obviously an absolute heck of a lot of penalties here. Bravo 6th. And can I ask one of you guys to get a screenshot for me, because I've filled my Xbox. Cookie Chip in 7th, Skillen in 8th, Clutchy 9th, Benny 10th, and AJ exploded on the line, but classified in 11th place. Possibly one of the races of the season. We're going to get straight down to business. Towley, great race, mate, from that one. You and Bingley have matched your performance battle of a week and a half ago. Let me know how the race went for you.
Oh, very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Thought I was going to get pole, invalidated my lap, and then Bingley snatched it, which I had a feeling was going to happen. I thought Skillen might have done it as well. Got into the race. For some weird reason, we all got disqualified and started on cold tyres, which was interesting.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that was class.
And yeah, no, I just got lucky, really. I managed to get Bingley off the line, beat him into turn 1, and then it was a case of just try and keep him behind me. He had far more pace than I did. Like when I had the 3-second gap at the pits and he came out and caught me back up, I knew full well I shouldn't have won this race. So quite relieved.
Tell us about your little excursion in Sector 2.
Oh, you saw that? You captured that?
Oh, I did. Of course,
I've got no reasoning for that. Thought I was playing Forza. Thought I was drifting.
Yes, mate.
Yeah,
yes, well.
That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
25 points, mate. 3rd race win of the season. Puts you even closer to Rob now, and obviously Bingley being in the middle here. 10 point spread, of course, mate. France, how are you feeling towards it? Confident?
It's not one of my best tracks, but I'll get some laps in. I'll get up to pace and hopefully score some decent points. Try and not lose too much to Rob. I know he's got pace there. I know Bingley's got insane pace, so I expect he'll be running away with it next week. So, yeah, just got to get my head down, get laps done, see where I go from there.
Straight up, congratulations, mate. Battle of the race, one of the battles of the race I know between you two. So we'll be seeing you in France. Congratulations, Tom. Right, 2nd position, Bingley. About time your season come back on track. Tell us about your race, mate. I guess it's going to be pretty much a similar thing to Towley, but yeah, talk us through.
Yeah, probably copying what Tom said. Yeah, he got me off the start. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, to be honest with you. The starts are just terrible. And then I've just thought I'd do like last week, just stay behind him, just maintain the gap, because I'm uncomfortable like that. And then obviously I pitted, and I came out 3 seconds behind him. I was a bit shocked by that. Managed to close the gap back up, and then I just couldn't get past him. I nearly lost it from 2 laps to go. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
I don't know.
yes, I did.
That.
I was going to ask you about that one as well.
But, I mean, it's
in the same
about,
place that Bingley did, Towley did.
Yeah, finishing first. So I mean, props to Towley. He deserved it. I think it's about getting first place. But
To say though, got to say to you though, Bingley. Obviously, we had as I explained to the guys, you had that absolute mare in Monaco. Obviously for connectivity purposes. But back on track now, mate. Are you confident for France?
Yeah, I like the track. It's pretty good for me.
So you heard it there. Bingley, yeah. 2nd position. Well done, mate. Hopefully you can now kickstart your season and keep it a little bit more consistent, mate. Hopefully we'll be speaking to you a lot more in the future. Well then, championship leader Robbo. Bit of a different race for you again this week. Obviously Monaco was a really, really good combat race for you. Talk us through what happened, mate. Qualifying to start with.
qualifying, can get a lap in. Can't stress enough how much I hate Canada, Monaco, Spain. Hate them all. They're literally my worst 3 tracks in a row. So it could only get better from here. So managed to make up some places at the start of the. Even though I started on really cold tyres, I managed to get past AJ. And then Benny got collected by the Skillen and Psych, as per usual. Loved them two together. Then was just trying to pull away from Psych. I know he had a couple more penalties than me, so I was just trying to make sure I didn't bin it. Third place was probably the best I can get out of this track, considering I hate it. So I'm not too fast. 7 podiums in a row, can't be that bad, and you can get better from here. So yeah, looking forward to France. I know I've got a bit more
It may
pace
be a
right now.
cliche to say it, isn't it? Obviously, your consistency means that people will literally have to consistently beat you, which obviously Tom is currently doing that really, really well right now. But as you said, you love the French track, so will it be 3 in a row for Tom? Obviously, or I think it's So is it 3 in a row? Or is
It'll be
on 3
two.
in a row?
It'll be a
Whatever
3 in a
it's
row if he wins France.
Oh, you won Spain, didn't you? I think. No, VSR did.
No,
win Spain.
VSR, Thomas.
What am I talking about? Sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Brain fart. But anyway, mate, 3rd position. Obviously, it's not the best result for yourself, but as you said, track you don't like is what you want to do, and you managed to get yourself keep that consistent run going. So congratulations, Rob.
Cheers.
To be honest with you, driver of the day is quite a tricky one because so much happened. Oh God, I have to pick one though, don't I? Bleed now.
I'll go for Maurice.
Let's have a look at my list. I was actually thinking to the max as well. In fact, I'm going to say to the max because of the amount of positions he gained. I just kept it clean. So yeah, I'll give that to the max. Obviously, the guys in the comments can name yours. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday night race night, coming round the first instalment of France, which is going to be probably death, but hopefully it isn't. I've been positively glad. This has been RRF1. Much love. God bless. Goodbye.